Hey everybody, well we have had a great month of October. We had 2 of our spooktacular cooking camps with the kids. They all had such a good time. And then we've had an amazing month with shows, had 2 very special guests, Kelsey Burak and Brian Hart Hoffman. Both were wonderful guests. We had a lot of fun. So we've got a lot to catch up on. I thought I'd do it from my house today, kind of all decorated, wanted to show off my decorations. So come on inside and we'll get caught up. Okay, so we've had a lot going on, as we always do, and you know, I'm so excited when we have special guests. Kelsey was a wonderful guest, and we were able to use the Titan peaches that we froze this summer with all of her spectacular desserts that she made that was really good. And you know, you can watch these shows on YouTube if you happen to have missed that one. And then Brian Hart Hoffman, y'all think I've got energy. That guy is running circles around me in the kitchen, and he's so talented, has spent quite a bit of time doing IGTV stuff, and I'm always interested in what he's doing. And so speaking of IGTV, I was excited. You know, I told you that I was in the Garden and Gun this month, and the Southern Agenda, which tells you what's going on in all the different states, they wrote about the fact that the Masters Golf Tournament is going to be played in November and asked me to give a little bit more detail on my pimento cheese recipe. So then they reached out and said, would you do that on IGTV? So we just did that as well. So I hope that you were able to catch that on their Instagram. It was just wonderful. And then Vera's Best was the article that I did in Augusta magazine for their October issue, because it features and highlights all the best different categories in Augusta. And so I did the article on the 3 things that we were most noted for in our company. So if you're in the Augusta area, be sure to pick that up and read the backstory on the things that we had that were considered the best. Many of you know that I graduated from the University of Georgia with what was then called a degree in home economics education, but now it's been changed to family and consumer science. I feel like I've got a lot smarter in the last 20 years, but they've invited me many times to do things up at the college. I've had interns that have come to work with me in the company that are from the University of Georgia FACS School. So now I'm getting ready to do a live demo. They wanted to do something related to home gating during the Masters Golf Tournament. So we're doing what we're calling caddy snacks. So all the things that you might put together, since you can't come to Augusta to the tournament this year, but you're going to be watching it on TV. So we're going to do a beautiful charcuterie board. Then I'm going to add in my Vidalia onion dip and our now famous pimento cheese to that board. So if you want information on how to register for that demonstration, it'll be on our website. We'd love to have you join in with us. You might see a lot of people that you know on the Zoom call, so I hope you'll join us for that. And then Southern Cast Iron magazine will be featuring me in their holiday issue with our chicken pot pie. And if you want to know a little backstory, then you must get the magazine, pick it up, and it'll tell you why I always had a little tune when I made that meal at home. Okay, you know, when the weather cools off, there's nothing better than homemade soup. And I absolutely love this vegetable soup that I'm going to give you the recipe for. I got the recipe from Chef Joel in Wisconsin when I was there last year. It was his aunt's recipe, and I promise you, we make this recipe all the time. So I'm going to give you that to do. It'll be great. But then Bitsy's meatloaf is one of the all-time favorites in the cookbook. And this time of year, meatloaf is great, and you know, you should make more than one recipe when you're doing it. It freezes beautifully. You can give a loaf to a friend, but I've got all my ingredients laid out. You know, that's one of the recommendations I always have. So if you're getting ready to do something, act like you're doing a cooking show and go ahead and lay all the ingredients out. Makes it so much more fun. Get your favorite music on and do that. But Bitsy's meatloaf is named after my sister, and she's 10 years older than me. So as a young child, she was already cooking and doing things that, oh, I just wanted to be just like her. She's actually the person that should have written the cookbook instead of me. This is her recipe, so I hope you'll enjoy both of these. When the show started 9 years ago, one of the little things I did, which is called Veras Corner now, used to be Vera's etiquette tips. And you know, after a while, you've run out of etiquette tips, I think. But so many people have said that was my favorite part of the show. So we've kind of started doing that a little bit again. So I thought today I would kind of walk you through, honestly, my favorite part of having any sort of dinner party or family gathering is setting the table. And my grandchildren know that Granny V's always going to set the fancy table, and they really like it. So I thought we would walk through the stages of getting a formal or even informal place setting done. All right, so I love to use placemats because I love the table to show through at my house in the dining room. So I've laid my placemat down, and this is more or less of a casual table setting. The next thing is my charger plate, and that kind of creates the space that you have to work with for the rest of your silverware. On the silverware, in this particular meal, I'm doing 2 knives and a soup spoon, and then I'm using a dinner fork and a salad fork, and I've got 2 choices for dessert, either a dessert fork or dessert spoon. Okay, my rest of my components are my dinner plate and my salad plate and my soup bowl. And in this case, it's a soup rim instead of just a soup bowl. Your napkin goes to the left of the forks, not under the forks, goes off to the side. Your bread and butter plate goes to the left of your place setting with the butter spreader in the top left corner. Your beverage glasses always go on the right. Your primary beverage glass goes directly above the knife, and the secondary glass, this being a water glass, goes immediately to the right. All right, so enjoy putting a table setting together and do it with your children. They need to learn these things too. Okay, the minute Halloween is over, I start with my greens to get ready for the month of November and to get ready for Thanksgiving. And I love the fact that I've got a fireplace in my dining room. In fact, this used to be the living room, and I switched it just so we could enjoy the fireplace when we're doing our dinner parties in here. So get your greenery out, mix in fresh with artificial so it'll last all month. And then when Christmas comes, all you have to do is throw in some color with red berries, some different bows or ribbons, maybe some candles, so it'll be real attractive. So come back, see me next month. We'll have some more things to talk about.